pleasure. Oh, my city, she never sleeps. My city, she never weeps. My city, she keeps me alive. Give it up for my city, oh, oh. Give it up for my city, oh, oh. Give it up for my city, oh, 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 oh. Give it where do you go when your heart's with a fever? When she's cruel, but you won't leave her. Oh, here we are, all the freaks and believers, all the sweet neon dreamers. Oh, my city. She never sleeps, my city. She never weeps, my city. She keeps me alive. Give it up for my city, oh, oh. Give it up for my city, oh, oh. Give it up for my city, oh, 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 oh. Give it
Hello, it's Becky's number one fan. And what's the story, SmackDown fans? Tonight's topics on the Wrestle Story include
KO goes off on Shane,
Aleister Black's Extreme Rules opponent revealed.
and Nakamura is finally back on TV.
All that and more. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the Wrestle Story, where we discuss all things wrestling, the legends of the past, superstars of the present, and the trailblazers of the future. We stream every Monday after Raw, every Tuesday after SmackDown, every Wednesday after NXT, and after every pay-per-view. Hello, Scott and James.
What is up?
How's it going?
Scott says, let's read this. Based on the Owens promo, did WWE finally read their Twitter replies? Possibly?
Yes, possibly.
That's kind of what it sounded like. I think Kevin Owens just became the most over babyface in the company with one promo.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I still think people don't trust him.
Well, as it stands right now, looking at it, for what it was.
I think it was good.
It was all true. Everything he said.
Yeah, it was.
And he's just stated what all the fans have been saying for months.
Yes. I agree.
Go Kevin. Go Kevin, go. So, with that being said, we'll just, hop right into the show. Well, actually, first, tonight's show was kind of meh. The beginning was good.
Yeah.
But other than that, it was kind of meh.
Well, again, I don't think that Heyman and Bischoff are totally have their hands on everything right now.
I don't think so either.
I think there's still some stuff that's gonna. Like I said, I think after Extreme Rules is when you're gonna start to see a lot of changes made.
Yeah, yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So meh of a show. But with that being said, show started off with Dolph and KO in the parking lot, and they're getting into a fight.
By the way, is our video messing up here, or do we look good?
I don't know. It looks pretty clear.
And on the phone, it looks good.
I don't know about everybody else.
Yeah, it
tells us our video output is low, but
but it seems like
on my phone
smooth.
it looks fine.
KO's a modern day Stone Cold, however, it's all
still boring without Becky.
Yeah, they should have had her come out there and say that.
Yeah, they should have. Anyways, moving on. Dolph and Kevin in the parking lot, and they get into a fight. And Shane and people back there have to pull them apart. And it was oh so great. Kevin Owens, he was like, he had like blood
Yes.
in his mouth.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was one of those like blood capsule things. It makes no sense as to why he was bleeding whatsoever. Like, he didn't even like get hit in the face.
That might have been an accident.
I mean, it might have been, but I don't know. That was the first thing that came to my mind. He had like it was like a blood.
Yeah.
Like, you know, so I don't know. Found that interesting. Add to, you know, the effects. But they got into a fight, and then Shane spoke on the matter because this had happened earlier in the day. And Shane was like, "Well, Kevin Owens is banned from the building. He is not allowed in here. Dolph and Kevin were supposed to be in the main event, but that was no longer going to happen because he's banned. So, sorry, Dolph. He's banned." Then he says, you know, he'll have to figure out what the main event is going to be because Kevin screwed it up.
Yes.
So, then we got into the show. And guess what? We kicked this off with Kevin Owens, too. Because he came up from the crowd. And best promo. This is great. I loved this. Spitting facts that fans have been saying for months.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
He says, every week we have to see Shane come out and say he's the best in the world, and it makes me sick to my stomach. And I just want to smash my head into this table. You know, the table that the people are sitting at. And then Shane comes out and is like, yup, up. You're not supposed to be here. Cut his mic. They cut his mic. And he's like, hey, idiot. There's more than one mic down here, so I'm going to keep talking. So he keeps talking, and he's, you know, yells at Shane some more. He's talking about how he's taking opportunities from everybody on the roster, and everybody backstage they're not happy with Shane, and they don't think that, you know, that makes no sense why Shane's getting more TV time than they are when they're the actual superstars, and they're on the road 24/7, and they are, you know, this, that, and the other thing. I'm getting sick of that Fruit Loop, Shane McMahon. That's a new one. I might have to use that. I'm sick of that Fruit Loop, Shane.
So, here's a question for anybody that's watching. Do you think this was all planned as far as, like, when they started having Shane be pushed, the whole idea would be that, you know, someone would speak out.
Superstars
Someone
rebel.
would speak out against him. I know
maybe?
someone, who was it the other day, talked about an NWO.
I don't know. I have no idea.
I don't remember who. Elijah?
Oh, a revamped NWO.
Yeah.
I think it was Elijah.
So is it possible that Kevin Owens is going to be like the leader of the revamped NWO?
I don't know. With Eric Bischoff in charge, I won't be shocked if any of that happens.
Because, I mean...
I won't be shocked. But, you know, he says that, and then that mic gets shut off. And then he takes Byron Saxton's headset, takes it off, and yells in the microphone some more. And he's like, well, you know what? You are getting more TV time than superstars like Buddy Murphy, Liv Morgan, Ali, Asuka, AOP, Kairi Sane. And then Shane is like, security, go get him. And then he runs out of the building. And we're done with that. Best promo I have literally ever heard in my life.
Yes.
It was all true facts. It was all things that fans have been saying for months at this point. And Kevin Owens is the one who came out here and got over with everybody because of it. There is not a doubt in my mind that he is now a babyface. If last week we were kind of questioning it when he yelled at Dolph, well, now, here it is, people. He is a babyface. He's going against the authority.
Well, well, here's... Yeah. But, like, my thought is that... I'm not sure that some of this wasn't planned out to where at some point in time they were going to do this with Shane. Like, someone was going to come out and say something.
I don't know, man. If it was, well, they had some long-term booking there. And WWE doesn't do that, so, I mean, I guess that's, you know, good for them that they had a plan. It just sucks that it was with Shane.
Well, I think it's, like, because he's seen as an authority figure on the company.
I get that.
So
I understand that.
I can understand why they did it this way.
I
mean,
can, too. It just, it's not good.
Yeah.
So, we need to, like, fix that. So, in my humble opinion, Shane is going to be WWE champion. That'll be the day. That day will never come.
I think he's going to get destroyed at SummerSlam.
I'm thinking Kevin, if that's where they're going.
Well, that's what I was going to... Unless, like I said, he forms his own NWO and The Miz becomes part of that.
I mean, I don't know, man.
Yes, we love the Kevin Owens promo, too, their export.
It was great. I said, Elijah, what's up? See, everybody's coming out the woodworks. We're talking about Shane, and everybody's coming out the woodworks.
It's a little like they had Seth do to Corbin, throw a bone to the fans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I said, Kevin literally just made himself the most, over babyface just by cutting that one promo. Because everybody is like, yep, that's right.
Well, and
that is absolutely right.
I wonder if they're not going to roll with it. And were you the one, Elijah, that said something about a new NWO?
I think he did. I could be wrong, but I think he did. Well, so then after this, we get told that we're going to get Finn Balor versus Shinsuke Nakamura for the first time ever on WWE TV. How is that a possibility? How is that? I don't know.
Yeah, so I thought that was you.
But the thing is, they know the problem with Shane, but they're still pushing him anyways.
I think they're pushing him because they're going to get... I've kind of changed my thoughts on where they're going to go with this. I'm starting to agree with Elijah. I think probably what's going to happen is you're going to have an NWO type.
A new world order.
Yeah.
KO is a beast.
I agree.
The new NWO Wolfpack.
I think that you're going to see something along those lines where they create a new NWO or whatever they're going to call themselves.
I mean, I could see it happening. KO versus Shane at SummerSlam, I wouldn't be shocked. Because we know Shane is going to be booked for a big match at SummerSlam. Not a doubt in my mind he's not going to be. He's been booked for every pay-per-view, since then. So, I'm thoroughly expecting Shane to be in a big match, and Kevin Owens would be a big change from somebody he generally faces, such as Miz, Roman.
I think seeing Kevin Owens versus Shane would be cool.
I think it would be better than the garbage that we get right now.
Well, I would like to see The Miz be the one that kind of
flat out
ends the run.
Yeah.
Just to kind of have the storyline go in full circle.
Yeah.
I created the monster, I'm going to destroy it.
Well, the other question that I have here is what about Drew? What about Drew? Because it would make sense for something to happen with them at some point in time to end their run together.
I would say that too, but if they take this NWO side,
well, then you have to have Drew still there to be on.
Then it's going to be like WWE versus NWO or whatever they're going to call them.
Yeah, and I mean I get that, but I don't know. I feel like Drew. Told y'all Cesaro will face black. Now bow down.
All right, James.
I'm not bowing to anybody. I don't do that. So I don't know. I'm very curious, I guess. And with Shane, I never say that because I'm always like, just stop. Get that Fruit Loop off my television screen. But I am slightly curious just because there's a couple different directions that they could go with this now. Just pick the smart one and not the stupid one.
Well, I think with Heyman and Bischoff getting in control, I think things will change up a little bit here. So we'll see.
I kind of hope so. So then we have Finn Balor versus Nakamura for the first time ever on SmackDown. How has this match never happened before? I don't really know, but it hasn't. I'm not going to lie, it was kind of... not a terrible match, but I don't know.
So
I wasn't really into it either.
So here's a question. Are you not into it because they haven't done anything with the two of them?
Probably, yeah.
Because I think if you have something building and have them out
this
there...
is the first time that either of them have been on TV, or let alone in a match, in months.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
And so, I don't know. I just wasn't super into it. And, like, with a Nakamura and Balor match, it should be really good. And it should be one of those knock your socks off matches. It's not like it was bad, but it wasn't, like, I just didn't really care for it.
Well, and I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that nothing, you know...
Finn should have won.
Yeah, it was definitely a good match, I thought. I mean, as far as...
Yeah, like I said, it was a good match for what it was.
Is there was no... I mean, it's just kind of like they threw... I don't want to say they threw the match together because obviously it was kind of...
I mean, 2 weeks ago they had something on television where they just kind of stared at each other.
Yeah.
And that was it. And, like, there was nothing to it. And so, like, I don't know. It just wasn't super...
There was no follow-up.
Wow. About the match. So Nakamura ends up getting the win. I'm thoroughly expecting this to lead to a title shot for him because that's the way it always works. When somebody beats the champ, generally they're next in line for a title shot. At least that's how it's worked in the past. Unless you're Lacey or Corbin and you lose 50 times and you get championship matches no matter what. I thought Nakamura had been fired. I hadn't heard anything about that. I hadn't heard any rumors about that.
I hope saved for SummerSlam because we got 9 matches in. Yeah, I think that'd be a good idea. Save it for SummerSlam. You could build something.
It would be better to save it for SummerSlam. And I don't see them making it a match right now, unless they do something stupid where they, like, announce it on Friday. Because they've done that before, where they've announced matches, like, 2 days before, and I'm like, man, this is stupid. And so, I'm hoping they just save it for SummerSlam, and they don't do it on Sunday. Because, like you said, there are already 9 matches, but you know what? They can go, that'll be an all-time low for them. Right there, 9 matches on a card, never happens. It's always got to be somewhere between, 10 and 15 matches on a card.
Well, I hope that, they do save it for SummerSlam and they kind of build it.
Me too.
I think they need to get someone out to speak for Nakamura.
Yeah. I could deal.
A manager type deal.
I could deal with that. I could do that, for sure. So, Nakamura gets a win, like I said. Title shot, probably going to happen in the future. Then we get Shane and Dolph backstage again. And, Dolph is like, seriously, bro? Like, what the heck? I was supposed to be in the main event. I'm so angry. Grr. And then Shane is like, oh yeah, I know, you're a main event guy, totally. So, we're going to put you in the main event against Roman Reigns. Guys. I'm not going to lie. I'm also kind of beginning to not like Roman anymore. Not that I don't like him. It's like AJ Styles, a couple months ago, back at Money in the Bank. I was just kind of like, he's just stale and boring. And there's nothing about him that makes me go, oh wow, I want to watch you. His in-ring skills are good, but his character, he's just some southern dude. He's not entertaining at all. His promos are pretty bland.
Well, part of the problem is who they have him against.
And with Roman, I feel like he's just getting kind of bland and kind of stale, and they need to do something with him to change him. Now, whether that's, like with AJ, they turned him heel, and I like him better now that he's heel, because they've changed his character, and it's different. It's not the same old bland AJ Styles. So I feel like they need to do something with Roman, because, I'm just not interested in his stuff anymore.
Well, like I said, some of that is how he's booked, I think.
And I'm not denying that at all. That totally makes me go, well, I don't really want to watch this because you're facing Shane for the umpteenth time. Oh, this time we're throwing Undertaker in the match too! Woohoo!
Yeah.
Oh, you're facing Drew again? Awesome!
Maybe he turns on the Undertaker.
I mean, possibly, but he's not going to have a match with Taker at SummerSlam. Because it's been said that it's going to be Drew.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't say they have a match. I'm just saying that maybe he turns on the Undertaker.
Yeah, but generally if they're going to do that, it's leading up to the next big thing, and they'll build a story for that. So if they were going to do that, it would mean that Taker and Roman would have a match at SummerSlam, which isn't what's being reported. And I'm almost certain that they're probably going to do Drew, and it'll be Drew versus Taker, which because we've already seen Roman versus Taker and he beat him. So, like, I don't think we need to do that again. So I think Drew would make more sense of the two.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree.
But I don't know. He's just kind of getting stale and needs something else to, like, change him up. Like, when he was first coming back on his return, I was like, okay, cool. You're coming back from a cancer, and this will be, you know, good for you can't be turned heel right now. But, like,
I don't want to see Dolph Ziggler on TV.
I don't really want to see him on my TV anymore either. Not gonna lie. This character and this storyline, I don't like. This is probably one of the worst Dolph Ziggler storylines.
It is.
And characters that I have ever seen in my life. With his whiny business, it's not good. Like, this is probably the worst storyline he's ever been put in.
Okay, but
it's pretty bad.
Here's the question. So,
except for the Spirit Squad. That was worse.
Roman
Just
is called
saying.
manager of LA. It works for Andrade. Yeah, I could see.
He just needs something
like that.
He just needs something. I don't know what it is. Maybe they need to just test some things out. But he needs something to change him up because, like I said, he's just kind of getting boring. In my opinion. And I don't really enjoy watching him anymore.
No.
And like you said, part of that might just be because he's against Shane and Drew at every pay-per-view he's in.
I think that's
which doesn't help.
Well, I think that's part of the issue is who he's been booked against.
Yes.
I think that if you're going to have him do the same thing, it's hard to get anything interesting out of it. And so people start to get tired of that. I mean, you know, it's not like it's not like he can, like,
choose who wants
I mean, right now, you know, with the way they're doing it, it's like he's kind of stuck in a stale moment with
which I understand that, and it's
going against.
Yeah,
and,
it's like I don't know, man. I don't know. It just he needs to do something to change, because right now it's not working for me.
I agree.
Well, so then we get a Samoa Joe promo talking about Kofi and how he's going to beat him on Sunday. And, yeah, that's pretty much all this was. Now, there have been reports that Kofi is injured right now. He's having issues with his back. And I think one of the reports said that he came out at a live event and told everybody that he was injured, so he's not wrestling tonight, but the rest of the New Day was. And so, I don't know what that means for their match on Sunday, if they're going to... Well, they obviously haven't had him on TV at all this week. Well, except for that promo video they did later. But he hasn't been in the ring this week wrestling, probably because they're trying to give his back a break so then he can do his match on Sunday.
Yeah, probably.
But I don't really know for sure, so I don't quite know what that means
That's what I'd say.
for their match.
Yeah.
It might be shorter.
It might be.
It might be Kofi being put to sleep.
Yeah.
It might be Kofi
And maybe that's why the title changes hands.
running away. I don't know.
Who knows?
But they might have to like change it up because he's injured and he can't do all that much with his back.
Yeah.
Which again would be more reason as to why they take the title off of him.
Yep.
Because he's injured. Well, then we have the Nikki and Bayley contract signing. Yeah, the segment. I don't know what it is about this either. I don't know. Contract signings aren't really ever good. But I just don't know. I think this storyline is another part of it where I'm just kind of like over it.
Why?
Just because, like, I don't know. I feel like they've just been dragging it on for so long at this point that I feel like they just need to get somewhere. And I understand that we're going to get somewhere on Sunday. But, like, I feel like it's just been, like, too long.
Well, how long have they been working together?
I don't know.
I forget Alexa's part of
Because
this.
it's been so long, I don't know. Like, since before Stomping Grounds. They've been working with this since before Stomping Grounds. Yeah. And so, like, at this point, the whole thing about Nikki being manipulated, we know that Alexa's going to turn on her. It's now just a matter of when.
Maybe.
Okay, maybe. And then, so hopefully, like, we do this on Sunday.
We'll have to check that out.
And I don't know.
James, did you see it?
No, I haven't. Okay. I generally listen to the Lillian Garcia podcast stuff. But I haven't listened to that one yet. I just haven't had time.
I think that this whole I like where they're going with this.
I think this is good,
if
but
they
they just
do
need
it
to
right.
speed the process up a little bit.
How you doing, Shane?
What's up?
What'd you think of the show?
I thought it was kind of meh.
Yeah, I agree.
It wasn't great.
No, it wasn't great.
Like the opening segment.
There were some good parts, but I think
opening
that
segment
overall I
was
don't
good.
think it was great.
Yeah. Yeah. So, like, with this, like I said, I think they just need to speed it up a little bit, and we've been working with this for so long at this point that it's kind of like, okay, we know what's going to happen. When it's going to happen, we don't know, because they're taking forever. And I think that's part of why I'm kind of just over this.
Well, but part of building a storyline is doing it this way. I kind of like what they're doing with it.
Well, I'm not
They're
saying
building
I don't
this
like.
line.
I'm not saying
I
that I
think
don't
what's
like
gonna
what they've
happen
done
is-
with it, but I feel like it's just taking too long. Like I said, this has been started since before Stomping Grounds,
It has, but I think that what
and
they're
that
doing
was
with it is
over
good.
a month ago.
Yeah, so
And I don't know.
that's 4 weeks.
I know, but I just feel like it's been forever, and it's like the same thing over and over again. Where Nikki's like, "Oh no, she's not the bad person that you think she is," and Bayley, you're just stupid.
Okay, but they've added stuff to it, like
I know
like,
they've added stuff to it, but what I'm saying, the basis of it is the same thing every single time that we see them on TV, and I'm just kind of getting over it. Like, we need to get to the point. You know?
Can I ask, are you all even happy about a show?
It just kind of depends on the day. I don't know. I just feel like they need to... She's Scottish. They need...
So she's neither English
to
or
speed
Australian.
this up just a little bit. And that's why I'm not loving it so much, is because it's taking forever to get to the point. The point of which they're going to win the championships. And then they're going to become the first ever Co Smackdown Womens Champions.
Cool. I mean, that's...
I think that'll be fine.
No, I think what's going to happen is...
Nikki will go out and defend it, but Alexa, they'll be co-champions, but Alexa will hold the title, and Nikki will be the one to wrestle every night.
Yes, and I think that's where the storyline's going to go, and I think they're going to build this...
For SummerSlam.
Yes.
And then they'll fight over the title there, which I think is fine, but I feel like we just need to get past this chapter first.
Well, okay, but you have
Like,
to build.
it's just, I know, but I feel like it's just taking forever.
What age group do you coach, Shane?
Like, I just feel like it's taken forever to get here, and now that we're almost there, it's like, just hurry up. Hurry up. I don't know.
I kind of like what they're doing with it.
I'm not saying I don't like what they're doing with it. What
That's
I'm
cool.
saying is that I feel like it's just taken too long. The storyline itself is good. The issue I have with it is it's taken 24/7 weeks.
24/7 weeks?
Yes! 24/7 weeks.
Well, see, the problem is you want a storyline to be like boom, 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 it's done.
No, that's not even what I'm
think that
saying here.
this is
I just
all-
feel like this one is dragging on
It's
because
building.
this one, in my opinion, this is my opinion,
Yes, I know.
I feel
I hope
like
it's
it's
your opinion,
just...
because it's not mine.
I feel like it's been dragging on because it's the same thing over and over every single week.
No,
Okay?
they've-
No, let me finish talking. It is the same thing every week where she talks about, that's the problem I have here. Long storylines are great if they can stay fresh. Now, the thing that I have a problem with here is it doesn't feel fresh to me anymore. Long storylines are fine. I like long storylines just as much as the next guy. But if they're not fresh, it gets to a point where I'm like, okay, we just need to end this because we know what's going to happen next. Where they're going to have some issues and they're going to feud. We know that's going to happen now. It makes perfect sense. She's manipulating her. We got it. Now can we just hurry up? Because it's taking forever. Taking forever.
Okay, but they've thrown a little tweak in it every time they've had it on.
I know they have thrown a little tweak. Little.
So,
little.
you know-
Keyword. Little. I don't know. I'm just kind of over this storyline.
Okay, well,
That's just the way I
maybe
feel
they
about
should just
it.
have storylines last a week and then you'd be happy.
No, this
Oh
is
yeah,
just-
you won't because that's what WWE does now.
That's just the way I feel about this storyline. Like, this is a storyline that, like, this chapter of it just needs to be done after Extreme Rules.
What?
And then we can move on to Alexa and Nikki feuding. I wish we would have gotten to Alexa and Nikki feuding.
I don't think you're gonna
after
get them
Stomping Grounds.
I don't think you're gonna get them feuding right away. I think it's gonna be.
I think it's going to be at SummerSlam, and we have to build up to that, and I understand that. But what you're not listening to here is that I'm just kind of over it.
Okay, you're over it. I get it.
Thank you. Jeez.
Baylor changes Sasha's help. Sasha's heel's turn. Bayley or Sasha at Summer. Or could Bayley lose the title? Oh, Sasha comes back. They go after the tag team titles.
Well, I see the Kabuki Warriors holding them for a while.
Well, they might.
After they have their stupid match made.
They might. But I think that I can see Bayley and Sasha going back after the tag titles.
Bayley's going to retain because Sasha's coming back to help Bayley. Well, from what I've seen, Sasha is supposed to come back on the July 22nd edition of Raw. So that's not next week, but the week after.
At Export, I think there are a lot of storylines that need to go after Extreme Rules.
Yes.
No doubt about it.
Maven. Smash. Yes. Okay. I don't know, man. Me ranting about the Nikki thing totally wasn't supposed to happen.
That's the Maven rant.
But you're just dragging on and on, arguing with me about why it should continue and why it shouldn't. And I'm just like, bro, it's just kind of getting stale at this point. Like, they need to move on with it.
I wasn't arguing about whether it should continue or not. I'm just saying that I don't think it's really that stale. I think that they're building and
well, in my opinion, I think they're building it. Cool, great. But they need to head to the end point quicker because it's taking forever and I'm losing interest.
I'm not. I'm more interested now than I was before.
All right, cool. That's awesome.
Sasha's coming back Sunday. I'm calling now. I agree.
Well, when she doesn't, James?
3 months ago, Nikki wasn't on TV. Yeah, there were a lot of people that weren't on TV.
Yeah, I get that. I understand that. I just feel like the storyline has been dragging on for a long time now. And
you're right.
Just get to
I
the
100%
Alexa.
agree. They should end the storyline tomorrow, and then Nikki goes off TV and won't be on again for another 3 months.
No, I'm not saying that Nikki doesn't need to be on TV because she's going to be on TV after this, and I understand that. But I feel like we just need to get to that point where they either win the title or they don't, and they argue about it.
Yes,
we need to see something like that, okay? And I felt that it should have happened quicker.
It wasn't good. I mean, there was some okay stuff that happened. Like, I like this segment with, Nikki and Bayley.
I didn't hate it. I'm not saying I hated it. I didn't love it.
But overall,
either,
I didn't.
Because it's
I didn't
just getting
like.
stale.
Some of it was kind of okay.
So, anyways, moving on with this segment, Nikki says that Alexa said when they win on Sunday, they will become the first ever Co Smackdown Women's Champions.
Yes.
This would be a first. This is why I'm thinking they're probably going to win. And then they're going to do that thing where they have Nikki defend the title. And Alexa stands there with the title. So.
Yes, has to be low key going to the pay-per-view.
So. Then we get Carmella versus Nikki. And Nikki gets the win. Was not shocked about this whatsoever. Making her look real strong going into Sunday.
Yes.
Well, then we have, you will never guess who it was on TV. They made the show iconic. The Iconics. Like, cool. Well, they weren't SmackDown Women's Co Smackdown Women's Champions. They were just the Co Women's Champion. China and Jericho. Yeah, I guess WWE could consider them the first. So, the Iconics and the Kabuki Warriors. They have a promo together, and Paige is like, well. Hello, ladies. How are you? We have a title opportunity that we're going to cash in tonight. And then Peyton was like, oh, Billy has the bird flu or something like that. And Peyton, I don't even know if I said that right. They were like, oh, Billy's sick with the bird something flu. I don't even remember what it was. But it was really funny. And they were like, oh, yeah, she's sick. And then I'm pretty sure Paige slapped Billy.
Yes.
Yeah. I kind of, like, blinked, and so I missed it. And then they were like, oh, well, we're not cashing in our title shot tonight. But you don't know when, you won't know where, you won't know how, but it's coming, and we're going to take your titles. I wish they would just announce this match for Extreme Rules. I just don't know, man. They have a title match. Just use it. We know they're going to win.
Probably.
And so, like, why are we putting this off any longer?
I don't know.
I
No
don't even
clue.
understand. They're just, starting to reference it now, and it's been 2 weeks since they won this stupid title shot.
Oh, that's funny.
Well, I guess I'm Becky's number 2 fan. And
Yes, because James has already claimed number 1.
okay. I'm Becky's
That's because he has a shrine, remember?
I am Becky's number 1.5 fan. And that would disgust me if Lacey was on the cover. I'm sorry. It just would.
That's funny.
I wouldn't be able to deal with it. I'd have to open the package backwards and put a piece of duct tape over the cover so I wouldn't be able to see who it was.
That's going to be our thumbnail.
No, it isn't. No, it really isn't.
When's it supposed to be announced? You said
July 15th.
July
That's
15th?
next week.
All right.
After the Raw.
So next week I'm going to Photoshop
the Raw after Extreme Rules.
whoever's on the
Stop it.
WWE
It's
2K,
gonna
I'm
be
going to Photoshop,
Becky.
and that's going to be our...
No, you are not.
I miss Oscar and Carrie as single stars.
That poor woman. Stop it. Watch it, you Fruit Loop Shane. Yeah, see? Mad Cow Bird Flu. That's what it was. I knew it was something like that. I got bird flu right.
Don't worry about it, Shane. He calls all Shane's Fruit Loops.
Fruit Loops are delicious. I can't argue with that. They really are. Not the stale kind, though. Stale Fruit Loops are not very good. Don't leave Fruit Loops on your shelf for too long, otherwise then they start to taste stale, and it's very obvious that they're stale.
Yes.
But normal Fruit Loops are really good.
Yeah.
Just gotta say.
I miss
Billy had the
Carrie's
mad
single
cow
star.
bird flu. That's what she had.
Well, part of the export, I think part of the problem with the, the whole Asuka and Kairi as single stars, I think one of the issues you have is you really haven't seen them much as a tag team.
Yeah.
So I think that the more you see them, I think that it'll kind of grow on you.
Well, the issue we have is, seeing them on TV. That's the issue we have right now. Becky. Woohoo! I'm repping more Becky merch today. Check it out. I got an old school shirt. Yeah. Woohoo. Okay, it's not that old school. It's, a couple months old. It's not a new one. But it's still,
Yeah.
whatever.
And then we have after the, did we get through the Kabuki Warriors?
Yes.
Then we have I hope Becky loses some.
Scott! Stop it! Scott! I'm never talking to you again. Stop. We don't say things like that.
I don't think Becky's losing. I think it's going to be Seth losing.
Seth can't lose.
Why?
Oh, because it's a mixed tag team match. And if one gets pinned, they both lose their titles.
That's what I'm saying.
Fool. So how does that work?
Seth loses and they both lose their title.
Oh,
So Becky loses.
whatever. Kabuki Warriors are fire! Yeah, they could be if we see them in the ring more.
I agree. I think
I
that
think they
if
would be an
do them
amazing
right,
tag team.
I think it would be.
They really could. So,
Tag
then we
team.
have-
Then we have a tag team summon. I'm not
what the
exactly
heck
sure
is
what
this?
that was.
What even is a tag team summit? Can somebody explain this to me?
I can't believe WWE made me dislike Becky and Seth.
I do. You are some toxic people. Toxic people, I swear to you. Toxic! Live show's trying to make the Iconics look good. Well, wrestlers just complaining. So, I just don't even understand Santina. That's like Santino Marella's, like, twin sister, right? I'm not that stupid, I don't think. I think I would remember that. She won the Battle Royal or whatever. And she had a crown and a horrible outfit. And everybody was like, who the heck is Santina? Oh, I'm Santina Marella. Like, what? Yeah, how can you not remember that, James? How can you not remember that?
Because the name is Santina and not Becky.
Corbin and Lacey are very confident.
Yes.
Yeah, they're very confident.
That's
why
because they're going to win.
lose. Yeah, we're going to have a little discussion on Friday. And it's not going to be pretty. So if you would like to see me roast my dad's predictions on Friday, then I suggest you come back then.
Scott, I don't think she's returning. Not Sunday.
She's going to return on July 22nd.
Yeah,
No, Raw.
she's coming later.
No, she's not coming on Sunday, people.
I believe that I think what's going to happen is I think when she comes back, I think that her and Bayley are going to go for the tag titles rather than have them fight each other.
Well, that makes... Okay, so wait. So this makes kind of some sense, I guess, but it really doesn't. They took the tag titles off of them, put them on the Iconics because the Iconics were then going to face the Bella Twins. But then the Bella Twins backed out because Nikki can't wrestle anymore. And so, like, why did you have to take the tag titles off of Bayley and Sasha to then have a feud with the Bella Twins? Does that make any sense at all?
Well, because they're both kind of seen as being face.
I guess that makes sense. I guess. That makes sense.
Tag titles, so they bring it back to this. Yeah. I think
if they came back and they were put in the tag titles, they would make those tag titles known.
Well, I think there's going to be some changes. I think there's going to be some changes in the way they're doing things. I think you will start to see the women's division pushed a little more. I
said,
think you're going
after they took the tag titles off of them, I said that was the dumbest thing they could possibly do for those titles because those two made those titles relevant.
Yeah,
Putting them on the Iconics did nothing for them. So, I know I do, James. I know. You don't have to tell me. I know.
I think that changes are coming, and I think the women's division. The only reason it misses Ronda Rousey is because they haven't pushed anybody else.
Yeah, they don't need Ronda.
I think if they would push other people, I think that they would be okay.
I've seen a lot of people saying, oh, they need Ronda back because she made the women's division. No, not really. She made the women's division because she was being used. And, no one misses Ronda. I don't really miss Ronda. If I miss anybody, I miss Charlotte, guys. I'd be the last person on earth to say I miss Charlotte. But I miss Charlotte. Where's she been? See, Scott and I were thinking the same thing. Where is Charlotte?
She's on vacation.
No, she isn't. She's not on vacation. She just came back from a vacation with Andrade.
She's going to be part of the NWO.
No, she isn't. Like, where is Charlotte? And like I said, I'm the literal last person.
Toucan Shane Mrs. Ronda.
I am literally the last person on earth to say that I miss Charlotte. But, like, where is she? I do miss her. Not gonna lie.
No, you miss Shane McMahon.
No, I really don't miss Shane. Scott, I don't miss Shane, okay? I don't. I will never miss Shane. Never, ever, ever. He could go get deserted on a desert island and I would not care. Because I don't like him.
You care enough that you would talk about it.
I would talk about him being deserted on a desert
Yes.
island. No, I wouldn't. I would say, oh, look, Shane McMahon got deserted on a desert island. And then I'd never say two words about it again.
You would too.
Because I wouldn't miss him.
If he said, I can't, you found out he got off the island, you'd be like, whoa.
I would be like, what the heck? Somebody needs to go get him stuck on that island again.
I miss Shane from 20 years ago.
Yeah, he was better then, you know?
Well, he was a little younger.
Shawn Michaels was making fun of him.
And, he hadn't been thrown off, like, the top of a cage.
50 times. No, not yet. No one misses Charlotte the Plank. Well, I miss Charlotte James. And I would never say that, but I do. I do miss her. As much as I really don't like her, I miss her. No, it really doesn't. That's the only reason anybody now wants to see Shane
McMahon as champion.
is to watch me freak out about it. Because I would. I would flip out. Flip out, guys.
Yes, we know.
Like, I would be running around my house screaming my head off. Like, it wouldn't be good.
No, she would flip out, definitely.
It wouldn't be good, guys. We don't want that to happen.
I would have to, like, plug my ears, like, right after it happened.
No, we're not doing that.
Yeah. In fact, maybe I'll film it. If it happens, I'll film it.
Shane McMahon in championship match. That'll be the day. I am not a Shane fan. Why does everybody think I'm a Shane fan? I don't even own any Shane McMahon merchandise. I will never own any Shane McMahon merchandise.
Look, James turned on you real quick.
I do not. I do not wear Shane merch. Says who? I don't even own any Shane merch. I only own Becky merch and Finn Balor merch and Alexa Bliss merch and the Usos merch. I do not own any Shane merch. I would be ashamed if I owned any Shane merch.
I should get the jersey.
Shane O'Mac.
Yeah, that'd be good.
That'd be good. See, you know what? No. I don't own any Corbin merch either. I would never.
She's thinking about getting some Charlotte Flair merch because...
You know what? I might just get a Charlotte Flair shirt. Because you know what? I kind of miss Charlotte. I will never get a Lacey shirt. Never.
Not till she's gone for a while.
No, not till she's gone for a while. It disappears off the face of the earth. Never.
Okay, we up to Woods and... What are we up to here?
Brian
versus Woods versus Brian versus
Brian
Otis.
versus Shake and Bake.
That's funny.
Oh, that's funny. They should make a t-shirt.
Is that how they're going to announce them?
Introducing
Shake and Bake.
Rollins versus Shake and Bake. Sweet. Okay, I just gotta say one more thing about this whole Becky Seth thing. So Zelina started calling them Seki.
How did we get on this Becky Seth
I don't know.
They weren't even on tonight.
We're talking about Corbin and Lacey.
I'm going through. I'm checking my notes right now. I'm trying to find where Becky.
Yes, I hope so. I hope they introduce them as Shake and Bake. We should all just tweet WWE and be like, all right, this needs to be the tag team name for Corbin and Lacey. Shake and Bake.
Introducing Shake and Bake.
Shake and Bake.
Thanks to Fruit Loop.
No, but okay, so Zelina started calling
Maybe they should have the Fruit Loop be their manager.
No, Zelina called them Seki, and I was like, what? She was like, Seki is sucky, and I was like, that sounds stupid. Rollins is better. Idiots. They only have one team name, and it is Rollins.
Yeah.
It will never be Seki.
Yeah.
Because Seki sounds stupid. I don't know. Just thought I'd throw that out there.
Thanks.
I don't know what anybody else thinks, but I think Seki sounds stupid.
They would go down as the greatest of all time.
Shake and Bake.
Shake and Bake with their manager Fruit Loop.
So anyways, Woods versus Brian versus Otis. This match was actually pretty good. Sucky. You just want their name to be Sucky.
You turned on Becky, you own other Superstars merch trader.
I'm sorry. I don't actually mind the new Rollins shirt. I don't have a problem with it, guys.
That's because it says the man's man.
Well, I don't have a problem with it. I'd probably buy it because then it's another reason, another day of the week that I can wear my The Man shirt. You know? Just, I don't know. Okay.
We could just put tape on it and say the man's man. We don't have to actually buy another shirt. We can just keep the shirt you got.
It's fire. They need to, well, you know what would be and everybody would cringe at this too, I bet. They should make a shirt that says burn it down with straight fire because, you know, that's like that's what everybody has deemed as their catchphrase. And everybody would probably be cringe over that.
Shane or Dolph.
Okay. Maven, which would you rather? Shane as champ or Lacey as champ?
Do you want me to answer that?
Shane.
I was going to say.
I would never. Lacey is not built to be a champion.
Here's why. Because,
she is not. Because Becky's champ right now.
That's what I'm going to say. She would rather have Shane as champ because as long as Lacey is champ, or as long as Lacey is not champ, that means Becky still is the champ.
And she will still be the champ come Sunday.
Yes.
Fools.
Not.
Yeah, whatever. Fools. You will all be fools. Fools! I don't care what she is, Shane. I don't care.
Speaking about the shirt, have you seen the Man's Man shirt?
Yes.
Yes,
we have. And I don't have a problem with it. Okay, now, next question. Better tan, Shane or Dolph? Dolph. He's a lot more orange than Shane is. But I don't know, man. I think Dolph just looks better. Looks more not weird.
Here's a question. What was up with Carmella's...
She's a human being, Maven. Well, I don't have a problem with her as a human. I don't know. I have a problem with her in the wrestling department.
The Man's Man, James? That's the only t-shirt you won't wear? Well, you can't wear it because it's not just a Becky merch, because then you're supporting someone else. So therefore, you cannot have the Man's Man.
Okay, anyways, continue on. What was your question?
I was going to ask, Carmella, was she wearing, tights?
I have no idea.
Because, her tan line, her legs are, a lot darker than,
the rest of her body.
Yeah.
Yeah, she might have been wearing tights. I don't really know. For a second there, when she first came out for her match, I was like, what the heck? I thought this chick was just, I thought for a minute that she had burgundy hair again, but it was blonde, and I don't know why I thought that.
She's orange.
I don't know why I thought that, but I did. It was the weirdest thing. I looked at the TV and she had burgundy hair, and I looked back, and then I looked at it again, and it was blonde, and I was like, weird. Yeah, honestly, I think she looked better with burgundy hair, but she went back to blonde because I think she thought that she was going to get more TV time.
Well, I think
she did.
Her hair color changed, the last couple weeks.
Yeah.
Lacey sexy.
We weren't even talking about Lacey. Well, we were just a minute ago.
James.
But we were talking about Carmella being orange.
Carmella's orange.
Lacey could be orange, too.
Lacey's not orange.
No, generally not. Not really. Anyways, continuing on with our... Nope!
Woods, Brian Otis. I thought the Woods, Brian Otis match wasn't too bad.
I thought this was... best match of the show? Because Carmella versus Nikki was okay. Finn versus Nakamura, I just didn't really care for. The main event, it wasn't great either. So I would say this is probably the best match of the show. So, Rowan and E.
And Oompa Loompa. They're the cousins of the Oompa Loompas off of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
So Rowan, E, and Tucker get into a fight outside the ring, and then they are... Is that
a Becky fan
club? Then they are thrown from ringside because we got to figure out how to get this to last through a commercial break. And so
the Oompa Loompas.
They're thrown from...
Cousins of the Oompa Loompas.
They are thrown from ringside. And then we go to a commercial break, which I thought was really weird because it wasn't a regular commercial break. It was split screen. And so we saw them, getting shooed out of the ring, so there wasn't even, any wrestling going on. I don't even know, man. It was weird. And then we get back to the match, and Otis ends up winning. So I have a feeling that this means that they're not winning on Sunday.
I don't know.
I like Carmella.
I like Carmella, yeah.
Lay off,
well,
peasants.
Wait, James.
We weren't talking about Carmella being bad. We were just saying that she looked
You have
orange.
now stepped across the line, and now you... Oh, yeah, you just said you wouldn't wear their merch. My bad.
So, I don't know, man. I'm thinking that they're probably not going to win on Sunday. Just because
Probably
Otis
not, but maybe. I mean, it'll be interesting.
Maybe
to see what
twist
they do.
ending. I'm not telling you who my pick is, guys, because you have to come back on Friday to see that. But I just kind of have a slight feeling that they're not going to win. Not saying that they're not my pick. I'm just saying.
That they're not your pick.
I just
Go
don't know
ahead,
if
say
they're
it.
going to win. Carmella is good. She is good in the ring.
Yeah.
And, like, to look at her from her just being a manager to Enzo and Cass back in NXT and then getting in the ring and, like, yeah, she's good.
Yeah, definitely.
She's good. No, I'm not telling you who my pick is, Shane. Not a chance. You gotta come back on Friday. Sorry, homie.
She'll change her pick 14 times. If she tells you now, she'll change it 14 times
I
between
will.
now
I'm gonna
and
pull
Friday.
a James.
So
James changed his pick
it's best
about
if we...
15 times in, like, 15 minutes.
Yes.
He really did. He did that last time. But you know what? Well, that is stupid.
Shane, you can either tweet
We've had
us
2
or
people.
put in the comments if you want to get in on it.
Yeah, because
Tweet us, or you can put in the comments after the show. Like,
I don't know
when
if you
get
know
home
this,
that night.
Shane, but we do predictions. And we do a championship belt.
Yeah, I don't think he's been
No,
on here.
he
yet.
hasn't been on here, I don't think, when we've done this. Unless he's just secretly watching and hasn't said anything. We do predictions every pay-per-view, every WWE pay-per-view, and we put a championship on the line. We bought an actual championship, you know, like, you know, a kid's one.
Yeah, like a $5 championship belt.
We bought a championship belt, and it's our fun little game that we play that, it's a fun little game that we play, when we do our predictions, and whoever gets the most everybody gives us their predictions, and we write them down, and we keep them, and then we go tally them up at the end of the show after it's done, and we see who's the prediction champion. And right now, that's me. I retained last pay-per-view. I am a 2-time prediction champion. You are a 1-time prediction champion. And Anthony is a 1-time prediction champion. I had a custom belt made for the team I coach.
That's cool.
That's cool. We've talked about after we get, like, more people.
Yeah, we talked about if we get enough followers, then doing a
would make
custom
custom
belt
belt.
and then, like, mailing it out to whoever wins.
Yeah. Because that would be fun. Anyways. You can leave your predictions with me on Twitter. Or I can write up the match list and put it as a comment underneath the thing. Or in the conversation thing in, like,
Yes.
community. And then everybody can leave their predictions there if you won't be in the stream. Cheap. So, you know, you can get your predictions to us one way or another. I don't know what time Friday.
Probably around... if we do it like we've done in the past, we've been getting on around 7 or 8 o'clock.
Yeah, Central Time.
Yeah.
So, maybe it'll be around, maybe it won't. And if not, it's fine, totally. Just leave them in the comments.
Yes.
So that's cool too. Whatever, as long as they get to us.
The site got deleted, my bad.
As long as you guys get your predictions to us and you get them in, so you can be in the running.
It'd be
For-
like 8 or 9 Eastern.
Yeah, I don't know time. So, I mean, I do know time. I'm just not.
Just depends on what time we get around. It'll be after 7 o'clock our time. 7 o'clock Central Time.
Yeah.
So 8 East, after 8 Eastern.
Yeah. So.
Have the little bell.
Yeah, click the
To
bell,
send you
and then you'll be
notifications.
notified when we go live.
They
That
are.
makes your job a lot easier. Right when we start. Well, that's fun. Well, so then we get a Mandy and Sonya backstage segment with Ember. This is another thing where I'm not quite sure where they're going with this now.
Yeah, me neither.
Not quite sure. Anybody else have any clues?
No
Boom.
clue.
Yeah, thanks, Shane. Boom.
No idea where they're going with this.
Anybody in the chat have any idea where they're going with this?
Who's Ember's partner going to be?
I don't know. Carmella? She's had issues with both of them over the last several weeks.
Possibly.
So
Lesbian relationship.
that's kind of what I was thinking, because they kind of showed shades of that, like last week or the week before, where like Mandy and Sonya like looked at each other, and it was like not the way they generally look at each other, and so I think that would be different, and it could be interesting.
Yeah, it could be.
you'd be breaking the mold for them.
Yeah.
So I feel like
Definitely.
it could work.
Yeah, and especially if WWE is going to change, going from just, and I know they've done a little bit recently, going from PG to like
more TV 14.
Yeah.
And with see, I'd be fine with it. And like with doing it with Sonya, it makes sense because it's like her real life stuff.
Yeah.
So, to incorporate something like that from her
actual life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The storyline that Ember's in is trash. See, I just don't know where they're going with it right now.
Well, the thing is, at least she's in a storyline right now, which is better than what was going on.
Yeah. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see.
You know what? I look at it like this. She's either not on, which is kind of what she was doing, or she can be in this storyline right now.
Yeah.
So I think that at least right now she's getting out there and being put on TV rather than, chasing around the 24/7 championship.
Oh, boy. Well, then we have Aleister Black's Extreme Rules opponent announced. Now.
Look out. Here comes... Wait. Watch. Here comes James.
I know.
Go ahead, do it, James. We know you want to. You broke this 2 weeks ago. Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
And maybe that's where they'll head. Like I said, we'll see what happens after Extreme Rules, see where they go with things, see what storylines they start to build, and see what happens. And maybe they'll start to build some of that stuff at Extreme Rules, so we can have some of that going on. But at least, as with, like I said, with Ember right now, at least she's on TV and being seen, rather than just being totally pushed to the side and not doing anything.
I would like to know where Liv is.
Yes.
Because I'd like to see her on TV too. So, anyways, Aleister Black and his Extreme Rules opponent. James, we know it's coming. Go ahead.
I've been waiting. He hasn't put it on here anywhere.
Go ahead.
I was waiting for him to go. See, I told you.
So first they're like, "Oh, well, your opponent has decided." Your opponent.
Well, don't confuse the Golden Girls with our show.
I broke this.
A 3.5 only because I didn't see Becky. Is that a 3.5 out of 5 or 3.5 out of 10?
Fruit Loop Scoop. Hey, make that a new.
Hey,
site.
that's right. We'll make that a new segment. We want the Fruit Loop Scoop.
We could get all our information from Shane.
Yeah.
Be like, Shane, what's this week's Fruit Loop Scoop?
There we are.
And he'll be like, well, it's raining cats and dogs. So, first we get told that we're not going to figure out who his opponent is. And they're like, oh yeah, we're about to see who it is. And they're like, psych! No, we're not. Fruit Loop
Make that a t-shirt.
They're like, psych, no we're not. Sorry, you're not going to see it. And then this guy in a suit walks up.
I thought they were going to have him walk off.
He walks around the chair 3 times. And then he sits down. And I'm like...
James, I've been waiting 15 minutes for you to put that up there. And you just now did it.
I was like, it's Cesaro.
And then she went, James has been calling this for 3 weeks. Or however long. I don't know. Whoa, PG buddy.
I don't know.
Yes. I mean, I'm okay with
fine
Cesaro.
with it.
I don't know.
It's not anything to go home about, though. It'll be a decent match, because Cesaro and Aleister Black can put on good matches together.
Yeah.
They can put on good matches.
Yeah, definitely.
But, Cesaro, I said this yesterday, Cesaro, for being his first match back in several months, that just doesn't scream wow to me.
No.
it doesn't seem like it should be a pay-per-view match.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, nothing against Cesaro. He's great in the ring. He can put people over, which I have a feeling that's probably what he's going to do.
Well, I think this is going to be one of the first matches.
But, like, if not... Yeah, it'll be one of the first matches on the show. I don't know. I'm not super excited about it just because it's not a very exciting match. It's Cesaro versus Aleister Black. This is like a match that we could see weekly on Raw. Not and.
We deciphered it. Cesaro doesn't have any momentum. I think.
Other than just beating No Way Jose.
Hey.
You said that yesterday.
That's a big win for him. Not many people beat No Way Jose. Because he's not in the ring very often.
No, not
Usually
really.
he's just dancing around the ring. I wonder if they're going to... Is it possible that Bray Wyatt comes out and pulls Aleister Black into his stable? And this is kind of just an
I have
easy
no
way to do
idea,
it.
but I feel like... I don't know, man. Oh, I don't think I said this either yesterday, that Ricochet does have a title match against AJ for the U.S. title. I really hope they don't take the title off of him. Oh, wait, Jose versus Shane, please. That'd be funny. I bet No Way Jose would get the win, too. You know, just gotta beat up old Shane.
Yeah.
It could be fun.
No Way Jose is going to get tired of having to dance out there, and he's going to... I'm tired of dancing!
Bray
Bray
showing up during
Undertaker.
the Undertaker match. I mean, I could see that happening, too. It just kind of depends. There's a couple different places. He's gonna show up, nevertheless. I would crush him! I could see... I think, ultimately, Bray is going... Oh, you mean McMahon?
Yeah.
I think that Bray is going to show up regardless. I don't know when at Extreme Rules, but I think he is going to.
Yeah.
All of his puppets have been seen on Raw and SmackDown the last 2-3 weeks that he hasn't had Firefly Funhouse.
Yeah, he's going to show up.
And so I'm thoroughly expecting him, if not to show up at Extreme Rules, the night after.
I think what you're going to see is Paul Heyman's hands and Eric Bischoff's hands put into Extreme Rules.
Maybe, I hope.
I think you're going to see the start of things happening there.
I would hope so. He
Yes,
just
he
has
has
to.
to.
It
I
just makes
agree.
sense. Now, it's a matter of where. Because I feel like I almost have this gut feeling that he's, I don't know, maybe going to try and go after one of the championships. But I also don't know. Because that just makes sense. And where my mind kind of drifts to would be Seth versus Bray. And it could
Or
be
he's
a
gonna look
fun,
just to mess
weird
stuff up.
storyline.
Possibly.
Maybe he messes stuff up during the whole show.
I think that'd be cool.
Where it's not a set person.
Yeah, I know he's not supposed to come till after Extreme Rules, but I wonder if he's going to have some sort of a hand in starting to create some of the storylines for after
Yeah.
Extreme Rules, during Extreme Rules.
I think having Bray kind of mess with things through the whole show would be pretty interesting. So then it doesn't give you a set idea of what he's going to do. But then the next night on Raw, whoever's walking out of Extreme Rules, you know, whatever, then he sets his target on who he's going after. And it's very clear who he's going after. And he makes that clear the Raw after Extreme Rules.
Yeah.
But he goes after everybody at Extreme Rules.
Yes.
Not to give anything away.
I think it'd be cool if he did
He's
that.
just like, oh, I'm just going to mess with everybody because I can.
Yeah.
See who gets easily offended.
Yeah, I think that having him do that would be cool.
It would make sense.
Then we have a weird...
Shelton Benjamin promo, once again. Are they going to give him a push for the title or something?
I don't know.
Are they giving him a push for something?
I was trying to figure out what they were doing.
Because they did this last week, too. He got asked just a question about Kofi, and does he think that Kofi will retain against Joe? And, like, I don't know. Leo Rush is Rambling Rabbit.
I was going to say, Lip Rush, Rambling Rabbit. What are you talking about? It's those fat fingers, isn't it? James?
I still say
the title's going to be on the line this week.
If you got the guts to see who is Becky's number one fan. I don't know, man.
I don't know what they're going to do with Shelton.
I don't either. I feel like they're going to give him a push for something, but I don't quite know.
It's hard to
Poor
tell.
Rabbit.
Yes, poor Rabbit. Definitely.
So then you got a Kofi backstage interview talking about last week when he flipped off Joe. And, yeah.
Yeah.
That's all this was.
Yeah.
And Heyman walked by during this.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting.
Like, after Kofi had left, or before Kofi came in.
Yeah.
He kind of walked by and was like, Shelton deserves a push. I would be okay with it.
Yes, definitely.
I wouldn't have a problem with it. I haven't seen much of him since being back on the main roster. But I think it'd be cool.
Well, this is where I think that, we'll talk about it here in just a minute after we talk about the last match. Roman versus Dolph.
Not great. Didn't love this.
That was okay.
Yeah, it was okay.
Is it bad that I want Joe to win? No, that's not bad.
I'm not going to say anything.
It's not bad.
Roman gets the win after Shane attempts to get involved. But Kevin Owens comes out from the crowd and hits a stunner on Shane. So then Roman, gets the win. They should put him in a tag team with Gable. Chad Gable? That sounds right? I don't know why that sounded weird.
Yeah, I mean, it's... the Kevin Owens thing, I think it's pretty cool what they're doing with that.
I think we're definitely leaning towards Shane versus Kevin.
Well, that's what I'd say, too.
At SummerSlam.
But I would like to see The Miz be the one that kind of squashes him.
Well, we still have Survivor
Just
Series.
to kill
a couple months after that.
Kill the beast. No, I was hoping that it would end at SummerSlam with Shane because...
Me too, but I have a feeling it's not going to. Shelton's going to be in Bray's stable. I never thought about that, but it could be possible.
Well, just the way you watch him, just the way he's answering questions.
He's not even answering questions. He's just going...
That's what I'm saying. I think I could see it happening.
And then he walks off.
Owen's face turned quick as...
It was. I said this at the beginning of the show. You were not here. I said, Owens got himself over. He is the most over babyface just by that promo. That 5-minute promo that he cut at the beginning of the show. He is the most over babyface in the entire company right now.
Yeah.
Just from that one promo. Because he was stating facts, things that fans have been saying for months.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh my, I just choked on spit and I need a drink now. That's better.
So with SmackDown going to... It'll be Shane versus Owens at SummerSlam.
That's what I'm thinking.
See, that's what I'm thinking too. I would like to see The Miz be the one that kind of...
I don't think it's going to be the end of Shane after SummerSlam. Maybe he'll go away for a little bit, but then I have a feeling he's going to come back.
With the SmackDown split, or the SmackDown going to Fox, are they still going to do a lot of the crossover stuff?
I have a feeling yes. Because I'm pretty sure that Fox has said they want more cross-promotion.
So then the next question becomes, are we going to see more wrestlers? I mean, we've started to see more wrestlers now.
Yes.
So are we going to see more?
The way I see it happening, they are both going to still have their own separate brands. This is what I'm thinking, because I'm pretty sure Fox has said that they want to have cross promotion, to not just have, like say Becky on one show and then not have her come to SmackDown ever.
Yeah. Because
you can get more viewers, more ratings, more stuff if you have a big superstar not on just one show.
Yeah.
So what I'm thinking is they'll have their set rosters like what they have right now, because they haven't made any mention of the wild card rule in the last 2 weeks. Good thing.
Well, and the one thing, I agree.
It's dumb wild card thing.
I think it's dumb. I don't even like the wild card. I think that they should be doing cross. I personally think it should be cross for anybody.
I agree with that.
I would like,
and I think the way it's gonna go, the way I see it happening here, they have the two separate brands. They have superstars that are labeled as being on those brands, but that doesn't matter because they can go back and forth. It's just their brand name. Like, Becky and Seth are on Raw, and they're Raw superstars, but they can go on SmackDown whenever, and it doesn't really matter. It's just their label, so then they're split up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I think, like, because of, like, for me, it would make sense for, like, tours and stuff. Like, when they go on their European tour, they have, like, their
only issue you have
SmackDown
now is since it's going to Fox.
and their Raw. You know what I mean?
I think Friday Night Fire would be cool.
So, I don't know. That's kind of the way I see it. Is they have, like, the two separate rosters, but they're not really two separate rosters. They're just labeled as Raw and SmackDown to keep their superstars separate.
The thing is they have enough wrestlers that they could, you know, do cross promotion stuff. Put them cross, and then have them. Now I lost my train of thought.
Yeah, because James said, "Hey Shane, you're related to Shane." They need a more defined.
Well, if they're gonna do it, yes, but I think that one of the issues you have is when you get into like pay-per-views and things like that. The one thing I would like to see, and I've said this a lot, and I know that you haven't seen. I'm rich.
I'm a rich peasant.
Since you just sort of started our watching our show, Shane, I've talked about eliminating some of the belts.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people.
I
have
think
talked about
that there's
eliminating
way
some
too many
belts.
belts. I
Back
would like
to my toucan beak.
I think that you need to have SmackDown and whatever, Raw. I think that you could incorporate more wrestlers into the shows.
Elijah.
And we've started to see that. I think the last 2 weeks we've started to see wrestlers we haven't seen.
Yeah.
So I think that first off, I think it's going to help.
No.
I think it's going to help.
We've seen wrestlers that we haven't seen, but yet stupid War Raiders are still getting stuck with stupid jobbers.
They are, but you're seeing them, and you hadn't been. And so I think that the one thing that you have is it gives some of the wrestlers a chance to have a break.
Yeah.
I sort of agree, but I think when you have that many belts, I think it makes it tough to get them over.
Yeah.
I mean...
but the issue is, they're not even attempting to show their belts right now. Like, the IC title was shown on TV for the first time since, forever. And who was mad when the Revival kept losing when they were champs the first time? I mean, yeah.
I agree.
I
mean, the champions were losing.
They don't. It's like the Iconics. They don't ever put the Iconics over in tag team matches ever. If they're non-title matches, they never go over.
Yeah,
when it's a title match, you always know that they're going to go over because generally they're against some
stupid
jobber.
And I think that's kind of what he's saying is you could win the belt and it means nothing.
Yeah. Except
all the champs of WWE lose in random matches. I agree. I think. I would like to see him, and again, I've said this before, incorporate some sort of ranking system.
Except heel champs need to lose.
Have a top 10 or whatever for, each belt.
Yeah. Disrespect. Queen Becky. She's over the KO. In non-title matches. Yeah. Heel champs need to lose in non-title matches.
I think it depends on who they're fighting.
Yeah.
I think it all depends on who they're going against.
It does. Now Elijah said, so KO is more over than Becky. I feel like with that one promo, yeah, he kind of is. And I'm a Becky stan, and I'm going to make James mad. But he was just stating facts, guys. And I think that just made him more over than anybody.
Yes.
So, I don't know. I think the brand split is needed, but not needed at the same time. Brand split within having Raw and SmackDown, but superstars can go wherever.
So there's really not a brand. The brand.
So there's really
you
not.
have two different
you
brands.
have two different brands.
That's
what I mean.
To the brand.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
You can have the brands. You have these superstars that are labeled as being Raw superstars and the SmackDown superstars being labeled as SmackDown superstars to keep the brands separate. But they can do the cross-promotion stuff. Because I don't really have a problem with that. We can review the Evolve show. No, we'll be reviewing the AEW show.
We talked about watching the Evolve show after.
Yeah, we will watch the Evolve show. It's just, we're going to watch AEW first.
Yeah.
Because they have their pay-per-view on Saturday, too. That's another thing that makes it difficult for, like, WWE and AEW. Like, it's going to be stacked this weekend. Because,
Yeah.
yeah.
I agree.
Because, like, AEW and WWE are attempting to, you know, outfight each other. To see, outfight each other? Fight each other? That makes sense. To see, you know, who gets more viewers. That's not another thing for different pay-per-views. Because they're putting a show on the exact same time as AEW. Hot take, Evolve show is better than an AEW show. We'll just have to see. I mean, I'm kind of a little excited for Evolve. Because I think there's going to be some good matches on there. But I'm also excited for the AEW one because I think that'll be a good pay-per-view as well. So, I don't know. It's just difficult because they put their shows on the same day. And it's totally fighting for the... Well, you know what I mean. They have, like, WWE stuff on there.
Yeah.
They're showing it on the network and stuff. For... You know what I mean. That's what I meant. Sorry. But, you know, like, it's... I don't know. They're the same day. And it's, you know, they're showing it.
Yeah.
And they're marketing it. It's being, like, a big deal.
Or who was it that said something about that? Export. We will talk about it. It just may be the next day that we do it because we'll watch.
The next day is Extreme Rules.
Yeah, we'll watch the AEW and then.
Yeah, we'll do our recap on AEW.
Yeah.
That same night, and the next day we'll be doing our Extreme Rules stuff.
Yeah.
So.
We are gonna watch it. It's just a
will.
matter of when.
Yeah. Might not be this weekend. It might be next week. But you know what? We will watch it.
Yeah.
And we will mention.
We'll talk about it.
So,
I think we've covered everything.
Tomorrow is NXT.
You got any news? Anything?
No, I don't think so. Oh my gosh.
Hey, James. I'm just curious. I saw a rumor that Becky wasn't going to be there. I don't know if it's true or not. But I heard she had something come up.
Oh, did anybody see that Becky was on the cover of the ESPN thing?
No Drake or R-Truth tonight.
Yeah, that was weird.
Wait. R-Truth, wasn't R-Truth in a commercial?
Oh, yeah, he was, with Carmella.
Yeah.
They were talking about Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
And their cheesy bites
Yes.
pizza, which is actually really good. Not gonna lie.
A recap of all the next day to warm up for you.
I don't even remember what I was gonna say. Drake was there. He was.
Yes, he was. He did. He popped up from underneath the table, right?
I don't
Am I
know.
wrong? I think he was underneath the table.
Maybe he was.
Wasn't it during the Ember Moon segment?
Maybe he was. I wasn't really paying that close of attention, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought.
I totally missed it.
He popped his head out under the.
He pulled the Firefly Funhouse.
And looked out.
Where he was like being all secretive.
Yeah.
Being all like, oh, I'm a scary puppet. I'm just gonna sit here.
Yes.
Jeez, I missed it. I didn't even see
so
it.
Elijah, R-Truth wasn't necessarily there, but he was in a Pizza Hut commercial.
Ding, ding. He was in a pizza commercial with Carmella.
And Drake was there hiding under a table.
Yeah.
That didn't have pizza, it had fruit. Which is why R-Truth didn't find him, because R-Truth was at Pizza Hut and Drake was at the fruit table.
Yeah. Thanks, Shane. Yeah, we appreciate thumbs up. They're cool.
With that, I think we are going to call it a night. We will be back tomorrow night to talk about NXT.
So make sure you hop in tomorrow night to watch this recap NXT. I don't have a clue what's happening tomorrow at all. Yeah, she's going to be there.
I'm just telling you, James. I heard a rumor.
And yeah, she was on the cover of the ESPN magazine, and I saw that today, and she looked good. I don't know. Her boots were cool.
With that, we are out here. Shane, James, Export, Elijah, Scott. Am I missing anybody?
Oh my gosh, Lurkin and Birch versus
yes,
Street
that's right. There
for the titles. Are they going to drop them? Does anybody think they're going to drop them to go to the main roster? I want to know. Does anybody think they're going to drop them right now, tomorrow, for stuff? Ding dong with Bayley. I don't know. Do you think they're going to drop them?
No.
I don't think they're going to drop them just because I think they're... No comment.
Read spoilers. We don't read spoilers. We stay away from the spoilers.
Yeah, I forgot. We still have the breakout tournament, too.
Yes. So we will review that tomorrow, talk about it. Come back tomorrow night, we'll talk about it. Those of you that have seen the spoilers, still come back and talk about it and enjoy our show.
Yeah, it's always a fun time.
Because we all know you love our show.
Yeah. I'll probably rant about something.
Tell all your friends about us. Tell them to subscribe. Hit the bell button to let you know when we go live. We are out of here. Peace out. See you guys later.
Bye, guys.